Alright folks, I pulled the covers off the top. Didn't see anything unusual except that serpentine belt has failed. So jack the car, put it up on the blocks, there it stands. And let me get a backlight here where you can see what's going on. Sure enough, the serpentine belt failed. Now, you never seen one fail like this. I never have seen one fail quite this bad. I know for a fact I checked the oil on this car less than a week ago, and that belt did not have any indication that it was about to let go. Okay? So I don't know what to tell you about that. Now that was the reason for the wife saying her power steering failed, air conditioning failed, and the alternator light came on. Yeah, well, I could see all that. Now luckily the TDI drives the water pump from inside the engine. The timing belt drives it. So we're not there yet. There's a whole lot of stuff to take off before we get there. Now, the oil. If you look carefully, right there, where the oil is seeping out, let me see if I can get this light to cooperate here. If you look at this right here, you will see a very nice crack. Now, I asked the wife, when you parked the car, was there oil underneath the car? She said no. She said, well, she didn't know. I said, well, despite how much oil is coming out of here, you would have seen that. And she said, no, I didn't see anything. So I haven't questioned her yet to see if she hit anything. But my sneaking suspicion is that this is where the center of the tow rig comes in to pick up the tires. I asked her if it was put on a rollaway, a rollback truck, or if it was put on a stinger. And she said the guy picked it up with a stinger. And I can see right here, stinger impacted the oil pan right here and cracked this, put a nice crack in the oil pan there. And now I got a cracked oil pan. Now, AAA paid for the tow, but I got news for you. Them oil pans, they're not horribly expensive. This is a replacement. I just put this one on here a couple of years, 3 years ago. And the reason, the other one had a strip plug on it, and I was too lazy to fix it. So I've still got the other oil pan. I may tap it out and put a bigger plug in it and use it. But that sucks, dude. So preliminary forensics indicate damage to the oil pan causing the crack. Now that's bad and good. Bad, I got to put another oil pan on it. I don't weld aluminum. I have a buddy who does. He may want to weld this. But so yeah, we got a bad oil pan. But on the good side, that means the engine was not running while that oil pan was leaking, because the impact damage caused it to leak. So now the reason all of this happened is my fault. Back 30,000 miles ago, I changed the timing belt on this little car, and underneath all of this crap here, man, I hung up on a cord here. Underneath all this crap is the timing belt. This is obviously the crankshaft pulley, and underneath here is the timing belt itself. Well, when I went to change that timing belt, the prudent thing to do is to change the crankshaft seal at the same time. And they sent me a special tool to do that with, so I did. The problem is that special tool didn't work, and it damaged the seal. And me being a lazy good-for-nothing, I said, that'll probably be all right. I'll just leave it in there. Don't do that. So then it started to leak. Not then, but later on it started to leak. And I thought, well, I'll just hold off on, oil's cheap, so I'll just throw a quart of oil in every now and again. And it was using a quart every 2,000, so I can afford that. Well, that oil softened up this serpentine belt to the point that it failed. Now, I've got a spare serpentine belt in the trunk, but I don't think that's going to fix this problem. Now, since I didn't change the crankshaft seal when I should have, the serpentine belt failed and caused the car to be towed. which cracked the oil pan. And I can tell you right now, I could probably call and chase after the guy that towed the car and complain all you want, but he's going to claim that, you know, the oil pan was damaged before he got it. So that's a no-win situation there. So anyway, that's where I'm at. It looks to me like what's going to happen here is we're going to need another timing belt, a new crankshaft seal, another oil pan, or have this one repaired, and then the cleaning from hell, and new serpentine belt, new tensioner, new idler pulley, and put this mess all back together. So this will be down for a day or two. Anyway, just a lesson for all you YouTuber mechanics. Don't cut corners, man. And when you do, this is the result, man. And my wife was stranded in a car that wouldn't function. So now she could have, considering the design of the engine, she could have continued the operation. The only thing she lost was power steering, the alternator, and the air conditioner. Well, you can live without the air conditioner. Power steering, we can fight that and live with that. And the alternator, this thing's got a giant battery in it. So if you turn everything off, it'll run for a long time. Now the water pump on this particular car, like I said before, is driven by the timing belt. So she could have continued on in a worst case situation, but I told her not to, and now I got a cracked oil pan. So anyway, yeah, make a nice well slick down here. So that's where all that oil came from, is up the driveway and everywhere you can see on the driveway. It all came from that cracked oil pan. But at least I know where it's coming from. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll be back later.